David Batula, CEO of Profi.me. The new specialty hospital opportunity for bankers, we're talking directly to you because we're raising money because 180 rural hospitals closed since 2005, and not for good reason. They weren't necessarily the right hospitals to close. The bond ratings for those particular hospitals were provided a higher interest expense due to bond rating agencies using total revenue, not creditworthiness, but total revenue of entities as a double-digit proportion of the bond rating for a hospital. So we put hospitals out of business. We did bankers a huge disservice by offering 180 bankruptcies and closures, which were, again, the whole hardship of those that were issuing loans in the healthcare facility market, is these 180 facilities, which, again, they're carrying extra interest only that they were lower than $2 billion in revenue. That doesn't actually mean that they were not creditworthy, quite to the contrary. And so we're looking to you to reopen 1 to 180 of those hospitals through a elaborate diligence process, because we know that we're able to accredit these through a combination of the Hippocratic Knighthood Commission, which is a relationship that we happen to have, which traces back to 66 good doctor traditions back in the old world. Whereas Moody's bond ratings happen to not correlate with the creditworthiness in healthcare. If you look back at bond rating entities such as Moody's, the first industry was the railroads, of which American railroads are disproportionately owned by Canadians, a country with only 30 million people. And so how could we say that Moody's did such a terrible job rating bonds for railroads that we invite them into healthcare where they don't trace back to any of the good doctor traditions? And so we look at your ability to put your assets to work on high quality hospital assets that are sitting there idle. And 180 hospitals would make it the largest health system in America. And that, so we're looking to reopen 1 up to 180 of them with cooperation from our accrediting agencies and from you, debt issuers. And so not one of those hospitals was reopened as a specialty hospital, which is the hottest, fastest growing area in all of medicine. If you can imagine 5 heavy-hitting hand surgeons all bringing their cases to one facility, 5 neurosurgeons all bringing their cases to one facility. And why would you do that? They're able to have all of the technology that they need and redundancy that they need and have the operating rooms that they need to provide the care, so that basically we have a constant victory over disease, over illness, and provide care that's worth driving past competitors for, which is something that's possible to do. There's plenty of hospitals in history that have been able to provide that loyalty. The Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota is a small little town with 80,000 people in it. And people literally drive past other hospitals to be able to go there. And there's 180 hospitals in towns not unlike Rochester, Minnesota, that were closed only that they were smaller than $2 billion. We know that America can do better. We know that it's a smart investment. We know that it is a very wise investment, and it'll have excellent returns. And so we're looking to banking partners to participate. We're also looking for physicians that have an interest in doing something different and being a part of something that's remarkable. So join us as we look at appraising these 180 new hospitals for becoming specialty hospitals in helping solve America's healthcare crisis, something that I published on in my own book, Perfecting the Brand of American Medicine, something we'd love to provide with our banking partners. Join us today at Profi.me.